What's going on, everybody? If you don't already know, my name is Bo and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here today with another welded diff video from a man's
ASB Fatboy, man. Follow me on Instagram, ASB_Fatboy. I drifted 336, I-95, Piedmont, all of NC. I travel, I do this shit. Follow the page.
North Carolina finest. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
We on West Knox, y'all. And if you didn't know, y'all need to get with my boy Bo. Knox Kustomz, from anything from welding diffs, bash bars, all types of fabrication. And we'll tear your shit down in the room and put it back together. So tap in.
Never a dull day for Hard Knox Kustomz. We stay at it all the time. See if we can tack weld this thing in place. Motherfucker burnt the hole through my glove, damn it. And I don't like how it's sitting.
Play as fuck up.
So, we just redo it. That's the reason I'm filming this, is because it takes trial and error, bro. It's not gonna be perfect, it never is. That's better. Round two, fight. All right, so that's actually sitting in there a whole lot better now. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go and tack the other side down, get it nice and secure, and then I'll go from there and start welding the whole thing up. So basically all I'm doing is just tack welding it in place right now. This is a very important process. 'Cause once you start the welding on it, you don't want this thing to move on you.
You guys talking to me? You talking to me? Here we have the patron. The patron, you know what they do. Hey, you guys, this is the drink for the legends. The legends. But this here, Miguel, you take this bullshit. Yeah, but this right yonder, this that Jack Daniels. This right here, this that shit that make the shit talk back, goddammit. You drink this shit, you gonna be going to meet the porcelain throne and Jesus. After you done, calling on Earl. You and Earl gonna have a great night.
What's the difference between a stock diff and a welded diff? And also, what's the difference between welding the corners of the diff versus dropping a plate in and welding the plate in?
Open diff, which is a stock diff, like you said. When you try to do a burnout, it's like a one-wheel pill. With a welded diff, both tires are posi. So it's almost like an LSD, but it's 24/7. It kicks in regardless. LSDs are iffy. I've used one, me personally, I didn't like it. Sometimes it kicks in, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of people weld the corners of the diff, the four corners on each shot of the differential. I've had some hold up, but I've broke a lot of them and it tears up the gears. The difference between the plate that I ordered, when you put the plate in, you can get a secure weld from the bottom of the plate to the top of the plate all the way around and get a real solid grip on it. And it's the same thing as welding the four corners, except you got more of a support in it. One thing is about them though, if the diff does break, all the gears break. So you're gonna need a new diff. But I'm not worried about it. I got 10 of them at home.
All right, so we got a tack weld on all four sides, real good, decent one. So now what we're gonna do is what I like to call cake it up. We're just gonna run down the line. We're gonna try to get up underneath and build up flush to the plate. Now, once we get our weld flush to the plate, remember, with a wire welder, you're gonna pull, not push. And of course, there's gonna be some pockets you got to fill up. Don't be afraid to put some in there, man. That's all I can tell you. When it comes to welding these things up, you can't be afraid to put some damn material in there. And we got a pretty clean result, man. After we knock the slag off, it's gonna look pretty good. How oftentimes do you have to fix things on the spot, right then and there?
A lot. It depends. If I'm at a 2-day event, then I break it on the first day. I'm gonna fix it right then to get back out there. The objective is to fix it to get back on the track as soon as possible. It also depends on if I go to an event to win some money. If I'm out there to win money, of course, you gotta be out on the track to win the money. So if your car breaks, the objective is to fix it as quick as possible and get back out there. If it's just a fun track day, which I do go to a lot of them, you go, you break it, oh well, if I can't fix it that night, I'll tow it home and fix it at home.
Now, just from a profession standpoint, I do believe what this plate is gonna do is add structural integrity to the center of all of these welds. See, the welds holds this thing together in the corners, but this plate right here is gonna make sure that the welds don't break. It's like a added brace, if you will. Yeah, if you pay for something, you get what you pay for. That's the motto.
Yes, sir. Make that little tape.
Yeah, this is the cleanest, most efficient one we've done yet, bro. I promise. That's what them plates is for. They take all the guesswork out. Absolutely no guesswork in that moment. I'm telling you, when you do it how you're supposed to, it's fucking efficient. That's all I can say.
Hey, shout out my boy Hard Knox Kustomz, man. Durham, North Carolina, man. Come check Bo out. That's my guy. He gonna get you right.
Ooh, that's right. Ooh, bubble for me, baby. The whole thing, baby. Oh yeah, last little bit. What's some of the craziest stuff you've ever seen at an event?
I went to I-95 after everybody told me I couldn't win it. I went out there, excuse my language, but I shitted on them boys. Got like that close to the wall. The video is on my Instagram. Piedmont track for the first time. That was really hard. Very good experience. You learn a lot more drifting at a track than you will if you just do donuts. Doing transitions and having to go to the left then immediately go to the right, that teaches you a lot and full control over your car.
So, ultimate question. With clutch kicking or ripping the brake? Which one?
Me personally, I don't like the brake. Not even just the regular e-brake. The hydro, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
I call that a pussy handle. I ain't fucking with it. I do nothing but clutch kick.
There we go.
If I don't kick the clutch, I'm not trying to do nothing.
You're not breaking tracks.
Eventually, will I get in the hydros? Yeah, possibly when I get enough power that I need it, but I don't need it right now, so I don't use it. Listen, just to let y'all boys know, give y'all some advice. You weld a diff on a car, no matter if it's a Beamer, Infiniti, G30, I don't care what it is. You weld a diff on it. When you put your gasket maker on it, when you put these bolts in, you're never supposed to just tighten them down. Doesn't work like that. Put them snug, give it 10 minutes to dry, tighten them all down.
Well, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Don't
Don't y'all forget to like, subscribe now. That way y'all can stay up on new content when it gets posted. And as always, man, y'all keep it in between the lines. Until next time.